it's nice to see you guys again. So today's video is going to be my third video in my college series, and that I am so excited to share with you guys my junior and senior years of college, just because these were actually like the best years in college, I would say. As freshman and sophomore year, those were kind of like suppressing years for me, especially just because I felt like I've lost my sense of direction and I didn't really know why I was going to college. Like, why was I working so hard and not liking any of it? So some pretty tough years. But my junior year though was definitely a lot better. So one of the things that I started doing was that I actually started getting the courage to start talking to people and also joining clubs. I joined a club that was related to my major. I was able to meet some people that were in my major, and it was pretty amazing because these people, they were taking some of the same classes that I was taking, and I became friends with them. And so that was a really great experience for me, especially since I was just, I wasn't alone anymore. And so it felt really great to be able to meet new people and getting to just, actually have like a social life. I also started doing taking a lot more new opportunities and taking more risks, because one of the things is that I started telling myself, like, during my sophomore year, was that I don't want to let all my fears or all my insecurities stop me from doing the things that I want to do. Like, this is college, this is the only time where I get to explore and find out what I really want to do in my life, and so I should really have fun and also doing a lot more things that I normally wouldn't have the courage to do. So in terms of like schooling though, I started loving my classes so much more because I didn't have to take all those prerequisites, like all those physics classes, all those math classes. Instead, I get to take classes that were really related to my own engineering majors. So that was great, just because I've realized that this is really what I want to do with the rest of my life. And I really started liking some of the classes that I was taking. So I've also, like I was telling you guys earlier, that I was involved in a lot of clubs. I've joined, I believe I joined about 8 different clubs during my junior year. How I chose these clubs was I would actually go to a club's website and would see and see what the club was all about, and if they were offering free food at their meetings. So one of the coolest things that I found about a lot of clubs is that they usually offer food at their meetings, which was pretty amazing. Come on, free food. And it's always nice to have free food, so I would go to any club meetings where if they had free food, I was there, I'm there, unless they're really just interested in me. And so I was able to join some pretty awesome clubs. I remember joining this one club where this club actually sends a few people to a third world country, Bolivia, and they kind of help them build showers and also some pretty cool, amazing things there. Go on different kind of trips and going to different places that I normally wouldn't be able to go, and also definitely getting more concentrated on school. I think for those reasons, it was just a really great year for me. And so heading into my senior year, so my senior year is actually, I would say, probably the best year. I would say it was actually also a really stressful year, but let's say it's also a really good year for me right now. And I'm actually about 75% done with my senior year. So for my engineering major particularly, is that we have a senior capstone project where all of the engineering disciplines, because we have different kind of engineers, we have electrical, mechanical, systems, industrial, and etc., that come together and work on this project for an entire year. So we actually start doing the designing, the prototyping, and then once we get it all built, then we can start getting with the testing and making sure that the product that we're making are actually fulfilling our requirements and are doing exactly what we wanted to do. And at the end of this entire year, we have a little design day where we present our findings and our entire project to a group of judges and also to faculty members and also different companies. So it's a really exciting year for me, especially with my team. We're making something pretty awesome and I absolutely love it, and I love my team because we're really great. So I would say this year has been really fun in terms of that. I also done an internship last semester, and so senior year I've been definitely really enjoying it, especially since I have a group of friends right now that I can just hang out with. So I'm gonna head into the segment where I will be telling you guys about the things that I've learned in my junior and senior years, so you guys know what it's like. Like, you know, just having a little study group was able to help me just really learn the concept in the class a lot better. So you guys like form study groups. Really great way to really kind of learn the material as for an exam. And don't be afraid to approach people, or just like what I did, mass email the entire class and see who's interested in forming a study group. Because even though a lot of people might not respond to you, there's always going to be a select few that's willing to form a study group with you. Or you can also approach some people that are some of your friends that are also in the same class, or maybe even some people that you meet during like a professor's office hours. And then also my junior year, that was when I was starting to look at internships, because especially for like engineering personally, based on kind of like having like a technical background, so you definitely really need to have a lot of work experience to back you up. Like finding an internship, especially your junior or senior year, like those are so important just to, you know, seek work experience. But it's also just to test out and see, is that really what you like? Because, you know, you might be doing an internship to exactly what your major is doing, and then you might just find out that you don't like the work that you're doing. And so that can also be an indicator that maybe you should change majors, or finding out that maybe that's not your passion. And also try to find it during your freshman or sophomore years, but it's just going to be a little bit more challenging, just because a lot of companies, they want you to take a certain coursework and have this kind of certain knowledge before you do an internship. But it is possible, like if you look hard enough, because I know like some companies, they have these leadership conferences for like freshmen and sophomore, and some of them are like all expenses paid, so it's definitely good to try to get some kind of work experience from that. Are actually a lot of courses that you take are actually separated into semesters instead of entire year. So, you know, back in high school, like you would take this one class for like the entire year. It's really not the same thing in college. In college, you actually have an entire semester that is about 14 weeks long, or it could be longer depending on your school. So that a lot of people that you see kind of see them for one semester. And the good thing is, if you have any bad relationships with any of your classmates for one semester, you could, next semester, you're probably not going to see them again unless they're like in the same major or you guys are in the same college. But other than that, it's pretty much it. I would say that junior and senior years, it's usually kind of the time where you're already getting used to, you're already completely used to college, and so you kind of know what's expected of you and things that you need to do in order to succeed. So it's kind of scary, because back in your senior year, you're kind of worried like, you know, I need to get a job soon, especially if you're graduating soon. So it's pretty scary, because it's like the last few months before you actually start going out into the world and really experience what's it like to work in industry as opposed to like being a student. But I mean, but it's really good though. I mean, you know, it's a time when you finally get to start making some moolah. So don't be afraid to head off to the working force. Yeah. Or for those of you guys that are planning on furthering your education by either going to grad school, medical school, law school, or whatever, I would say good luck to you guys, man. Sorry, I can't tell you more about that since I'm not doing that myself. I'm going to be working in industry hopefully right after I graduate. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions like about anything related to college, like feel free to just let me know like in the comments down below, and I'll definitely try my best to answer them, because I know that especially at your place, like if you're maybe not going to college yet, or maybe if you're in college, it's always good to be able to kind of ask someone about some of their experiences, and I am more than happy to share my experiences with you guys. At the end of this video, I'll also be providing a link to my blog, so if you missed any points today, then I'll definitely be sure to add it to my blog so that you guys can get a more comprehensive review of my college's experiences junior and senior year. But guess what, guys? I am almost done, and I'm definitely going to be vlogging my graduation for you guys, of course, because you guys are like everything to me. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Then bye! Yay! I wanted to kind of share with you guys some of the tips and things that I've learned that I wish someone would have told me before I went to college.